Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Have you ever made a promise? I'll never leave you. I'll be right back. I won't laugh. Many times we make a promise without knowing how life will unfold and what it will take for us to truly keep that promise. Growing up, I was truly the apple of my mom's eye. We had a deep love for one another. My mom became my best friend. So much so that I would write my private thoughts in my sacred journal, and then I would read it to her. So I made a promise. Mom, don't you worry. When you're old and gray, I will take care of you. The picture I had of my promise was the mother-in-law's quarters I would build on the same lot as my husband, my friends, and myself. But then the call came. Mom has Alzheimer's and she is unable to care for herself. With joy, I sprang into action. I moved my mom from Texas to California to start our new journey together in the spare bedroom of my new home with my new husband. Joy quickly turned to frustration as we argued about things that were occurring in her reality that I could not quite see in mine. My thoughts raced. How will I manage? Am I really going to be able to keep that promise that I made as a little girl? So I did what I always do when my back is against the wall. I cried. Next, I sought support through an Alzheimer's support group. I only attended one meeting, but it gave me the courage to know that I would be able to overcome my challenges. They taught me that I was not alone. Others were having similar interactions. And my mom's reality was common for those with Alzheimer's. This changed my entire attitude, and I began to respond differently as I interacted with my mom. I remember when we were invited to a big dinner. During the meal, my mom decided to play with her dentures. In and out, and in and out. I calmly looked at my dinner mates and smiled and said, my mom has Alzheimer's. The world did not collapse. My dinner mates were very compassionate. My mom eventually stopped, and we had a great dinner with little interruption. Life was sometimes still difficult. Like the time my mom accused me of hitting her, I pleaded with her adult daycare provider. I would never do that with my mom. I cannot deal with this anymore. My life will be ruined if I'm stuck in solitary confinement wearing an orange jumpsuit. She offered words of reassurance. We understand that your mom has Alzheimer's, and they will look at more than just her words alone. You'll be fine. Just continue to love and care for your mom. Then we hit a major turning point. While on a lunch walk with a friend, she began to tell me of a show she watched the night before. The show was called One More Day. It featured a son whose mom had died suddenly. The young man was so distraught that life became unmanageable. Like most shows that defy reality, his mom came back for one more day. The day they spent together was mundane and void of any real excitement. They ate breakfast, talked, watched television, and then at the end of the day, she died again. But this time, life without his mom became bearable. It's funny how a show that I've never seen could be so impactful. Life with mom suddenly became fun and really meaningful. From that day, I began to look at every day with my mom as my one more day. I enjoyed taking my mom to her weekly hair appointments, having our Friday date night with dinner and a movie. I enjoyed singing songs with my mom until she sang herself to sleep. One of my best memories is taking her on her last vacation to Texas to bury her older sister. I had reservations before the trip began.
Green.
My major concern was my mom as an incontinent adult going #2 in her diaper. The closed-in space may become unbearable for the other passengers. And how will I change my mom in the tiny airplane bathroom? I prayed about it and I heard that small, still voice say, go ahead. You know, not only did my mom last throughout the plane ride, but over the next 4 days, she only went to the restroom in the bathroom. Then there was the issue of that one question people only ask Alzheimer's patients. Do you know who I am? I did not want my mom frustrated when answering that question. As family member after family member disregarded my request and asked the question, my mom would softly say, I do, but I can't think of your name right now.
Yellow.
Her family would cry tears of joy, believing that they had not been forgotten. Daily, someone would ask my mom, how are you doing today? Her response was always the same. I am too blessed to be stressed. As her life drew to a close, I remember thinking, which one of us is the caregiver? I may have been caring for my mom physically, but without a doubt, she was performing heart surgery on me. She taught me that the glass is always half full and never half empty. And if you have lemons, always make lemonade. Look into your own life to see where a change of attitude will shift your thinking and allow you to keep that unthought out promise you made.
Red.
I remember as my mom transitioned from earth to heaven, I thought to myself, now that was a promise worth keeping. Madam Contest Chair. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.